300 places. 300 and how many?
All right.
Jay, he's dragging it.
Okay, dear Elder Green, you're hereby called to serve as missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You're assigned to labor in the South Carolina Columbia mission.
Oh, great!
There was never any question as to, is this going to happen? It's, what is it going to be like? The location sounded great. The type of people sounded great. As a youth, that's all I'd look forward to is, hey, I want to have those experiences too. I'm looking forward to that so much. It's going to be the greatest experience of my life. And so I prepared and got ready, got all my stuff. Gave everybody hugs, and then off we went. The first day was kind of a blur. I think it is for most people. It started to kind of hit me a little bit that night. It was the first night, and I think reality just, kind of started to hit with everybody. Oh, wow, my family's gone. As I was sitting in one of my classes, just started to have overwhelming feelings of darkness, depression, just feeling extremely overwhelmed. And I started to doubt everything about myself, about my testimony, about God's love for me. I thought, okay, what's happening to me? Eventually, after going through this same kind of cycle so many times, I finally kind of said, okay, enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. And so I called up my parents and just said, hey, come get me. And it was probably the hardest phone call that I've ever made. I ended up coming home on my little brother's 12th birthday, and I had to walk through that door and see him with friends over on his birthday, and him looking up to me with that, look of confusion and concern, wondering what happened. And that was hard. That was very hard. Feeling like I'd let him down when he needed somebody to look up to. From my standpoint, I felt like, okay, this can't be right. I feel like I'm going against God's will for me, and so I must be betraying him. I couldn't even count the number of times that I asked myself, did I make the right decision? Could I have stayed out? What could I have done to prevent this from happening? And what could I have done to make sure that I did serve that full-time 2-year mission? And I've come to realize since then that God does not ask us those kinds of questions. What God asks us is, how are you going to get up and move on? How are you going to become a better person? And are you willing to let me in to help you through this process? And are you willing to let our Savior in to help you through this process? And if we can just answer yes to that question, yes, I'll let you in, yes, I'll let my Savior in, we can be lifted to such unimaginable heights. I've had the opportunity to go through and be married and sealed in the temple and have 2 great, wonderful blessings of children in my life. And those things to me are eternal, and those things to me will be with me forever. For that reason, I won't let this experience of being unable to have that 2-year full-time service weigh me down and allow me to. I won't allow it to hold me back from what I know I can accomplish with the Lord's help in my life. And for that, I'm just eternally grateful.